Welcome, Flip Clock fans, to a supplemental video. This is to complete a video we done earlier. We talked about a Copal Model 227, and this is just a little update on how to take this clock apart and get to the motor. Of course, you got to remove the knobs, just pulling straight off. Now, some of the clocks, it's hard to get those knobs off. You got to be careful, just straight pull. I'm using a battery operated drill here. I'd be careful with that. If your chuck hits that plastic, you're going to burn it up. You're going to put marks on it. Don't do that. So regular screwdriver's fine, or just be cautious if you're using a powered device. To open up your clock, you want to push with where my thumb is there on the left. You're just going to push, get a little tab release, and then you kind of tilt it up here on the top side and just gently work it out. Pretty straightforward. Then the clock just kind of works out. There's nothing really holding that back. It's just a tight squeeze. So here's your motor. I'm gonna get that motor off so we can do some more detailed work here. You see there's two nuts. So pretty basic here. We're gonna have to take these nuts off without screwing something else up. So my go-to tool for this is this. This is a 5.5 millimeter socket. It just seems to be the thing that fits closest that I've found. That's gonna be hard. Might be hard for you to find if you don't have this socket, but it is the quickest. I don't waste any time getting the nuts off. So you could go pick up something like that at the store, at your favorite hardware store. Now there's a little washer that comes off there as well. You want to kind of retain that. If you don't have a socket, you don't have to use a socket. It's just quicker, safer. You can use a monkey wrench. Now this is a specialty cut-down monkey wrench, and I love this thing, except for when I need my socket. But if I don't have my socket, if I want to break a nut loose, this just really gets to it. Now you can use a regular small monkey wrench. You just got to be careful that you're not getting over aggressive. And it takes longer if you're going to use a wrench like this. It just takes longer for you to get it loose and get it off your clock. You can see now, you can see why I would normally use the socket. If you got it, use it, as they say. Anyway, as you may know, this video is for someone who's going to get further into the clock. Just a little heads up. You know, sometimes I just want to make sure everyone's aware that in all these videos we do, and I hate to say it, but sometimes we make it look easy. It's not that easy. So if you're not into taking stuff apart, if you're not adept at it, you may have a little more trouble. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, just be prepared. And of course, I can always stop the camera and make it look like I'm better than I am. But I would never do that. But anyway, here you take the shroud off, and then you just kind of rock your motor back and forth to access your motor. And to get it back on, you'll have to kind of rock it to get it back in. Just be cautious. But you see, we're down to where we were at in the previous video, and that's how I got started. I just didn't put it on the video, because that video was long enough as it is. When you get the time, come visit us at flipclockfans.com. Thanks for taking the time.